I love you, man. You're my only love. You're my only true love.
You're the only one who was there for me at 3 a.m.
Abba Zabba, you're my only friend.
Oh my god. Okay. Pulling it together.
You guys hear my fan? I'm just trying to make sure. No? Okay. Oh,
all right.
I need to blow the air out.
You only got one fan?
Just one.
All right, hold on. Let me put this on Facebook. We rarely get anybody, but I'm on Facebook mostly, so I just put this on Facebook every time we
put
go
it
out.
on Facebook for all the old people. We
old.
Well, we need to be on TikTok.
according to my daughter, we are old. And I'm like, I'm not even that old. She was like, well, you have gray hair. I was like, that doesn't mean anything. Like, I know somebody who was going gray in elementary school. Like, it was just kind of a thing for him.
I had a friend who was like almost full gray by middle school.
Yeah, but the guy that I know, he was like a grade or two below me. By high school, he was fully gray. I
remember like our first day of high school, he came up to me, he's like, "Oh, so starting your senior year today?" He's like, "No, just a freshman."
Right. All right. Let's do it. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Scarfinger. This is Scarcasm. We are in the building. It's August. We got all the guests in August. That's how we do it. We making up for last week when Scott had a was it the tooth problem?
Yeah, tooth infection. Had to get it pulled. You know.
Oh shit.
Probably be getting denture here soon. Tired of fucking my damn teeth.
Word up. I got a coworker that's like that. He was like, "Man, just take all these motherfuckers and just give me something else."
I was actually thinking about that all that. Man, my teeth are so bad. I might as well just get rid of them all.
Say I got 6 gone and 3 that are broken right now. So it's like, what's the point?
Right.
Chew up my front teeth.
Right. That's a good on these streets, dog. Like
you sit there like a squirrel just going.
Really? Basically. So Scott's in the building, Chase and Sam are in the building, of course, and we about to get into this August. We didn't really have much to talk about last week because usually we do these every 2 weeks, and the fact that we've been doing these weekly, we kind of run out of things to talk about unless the guest has something. So, like, it's really on you today, Scott. Like, it's really, really on you. Like, you gonna have to carry this thing because
this is the NBA. This is the NBA 2K show,
right? So like, it's really on you today, dog. How you been, bro? Other than the tooth problems,
been all right. Like I said, I got a new job recently. Deliver packages for Amazon, which fucking sucks. I should have stayed at Walmart.
Is that bad?
Yeah, I mean it's high turnover. I mean. Let's see, I've worked there for a little bit over a month, and I'm basically the newest person. They've hired at least 3 or 4 people every week. They don't last. It's like
so you're the oldest person?
That's not like people at UPS, because UPS has like crazy turnover. And yeah. I heard UPS don't even fire people. People just leave because they just can't take it no fucking more.
But I thought UPS pays you like a lot though.
Yeah, but that job is hard. It's a hard job, bro.
Stuff. Your breaks are only like 10 minutes.
I know, like working. It's like because I actually don't work for Amazon. I work for something called a DSP.
Oh, you're like a third party.
Yeah. Like Amazon can fire me, but I work for another company. But I drive Amazon van. I got Amazon uniform, everything else. But it's like
you got you.
We got a load on. We got a load on trucks.
You got an Amazon sort set.
No.
Do you know they give you like you ain't gotta put your socks all the way up, do you?
No.
Have you seen the video of the UPS dude just passing out in Arizona, like on the porch?
Yeah, they don't have air conditioning in their vehicles.
Oh,
like we got them in ours, but it's like it don't matter because you got to turn it off every time you stop. So if you got a house 2 doors down, you can't cool off.
Yeah.
Especially we got like.
Everybody, check out the chat. Look at what I put in there.
I haven't seen the Twitch chat.
No, right here. This the Discord chat right here. in our little.
Oh, he
Oh.
really did take a screenshot. I'm so mad at this. That should be the cover art for this. I might actually make that happen. I mean, I think most of the people that I know that work for Amazon, it wasn't until they became Amazon proper before they actually started enjoying their job. Like it's like when they're working for the other places, like it's not really it didn't seem to be very much of a good look. I'm so mad that he put you in the center of the fucking screen, bro. Like, he literally put you in the center of the screen with your Mountain Dew. Like everybody's watching right now. Everybody who's watching can see you lovingly speak to your Mountain Dew. But yeah, it's not until you become Amazon proper before you actually start like enjoying your job.
Well, I know with the delivery drivers, they're not going to be working for Amazon. We just work through these DSPs. It's basically like an insurance thing or something. So we don't unionize like FedEx.
Okay. What they
UPS.
Well,
UPS,
Blue says that both his workers worked for Amazon and hated it. Love you, Scott. Oh, so I see you, Scott. He didn't say love you.
Both of his nephews work for Amazon and they hate it. Yeah, you read that all kinds of wrong. I almost had a job with Amazon. One of the jobs that I had when I came here to Richmond, it was through one of those places that just the agencies that just hires for Amazon. So I literally went there, did all of the stuff, went through all of the tests and everything. They set me up and all of this other stuff. And like I was supposed to start Monday. Sunday, that's when I grabbed all of my stuff from Newport News and brought it all the way up here to Richmond. During the travel of me moving my stuff from Newport News to Richmond, I'm driving a truck that I barely know how to drive. Like I don't know how to drive anything this fucking big. You know what I mean? And I get a text message saying that the contract for the shift that I chose was canceled. And it's like after I went and bought some shoes for it and all kinds of shit, like they were like, "Nah, dog, we good."
Verizon did that to me when I was at one of their work from home jobs for customer service or whatever. Yeah, they set me up for an interview and I did the interview and they're like, "Okay, we'll guide you through the process or whatever." And they're like, "Okay, we're gonna have we want you in for a second interview." I was like, "Okay," so they sent me to those little drop down menu things or whatever to say, please select your interview time and date. So I did, and like a couple of days later, they were like, "Oh yeah, your interview was canceled." Bye.
So during that time, I was going on so many interviews and shit.
Well, did you they made you buy your own shit?
No, I had to get some steel toe shoes. That's the only thing I really bought.
Yeah, you got to have that for the warehouse.
Yeah, so I didn't know if sometimes they'll provide it or they'll give you like a payoff or something.
Now they actually provide shoes for you. You got like what was it? I got like $125 credit through Zappos or something, which is Amazon owns or something like that.
Yeah,
I got like a pair of work
shoes. Because here's the thing.
Well, first of all, this was 5 years ago, and second of all, it was probably different because I wasn't working for Amazon. I was working for one of those places that works for Amazon. So like it might have been different because of that.
Right, because because when you said like a contract through the company, but you're still kind of the company, is I was trying to work for there's the cable company Charter, right? Probably, maybe
I've
not.
heard of it,
but well, they had contractors to do like the actual installation. And then, well, they had their own people too, but I was going through a contractor. Man, I wanted to do that job because I was like, it paid well. They paid you per installation, so the more jobs that you could do, the more money you can make. So if you're doing them fast, you can make some bank. But the thing is, they didn't pay for shit, man. They were like, okay, you gotta I had a truck at least, but I had to like put it together to make it like have a ladder rack and buy my own ladders and all this stuff. So I had like
you have to build your own truck.
Basically, I was like, dude, I'm getting a job because I already was having some hiccups that I wasn't doing kind of well on the climbing and stuff because I do have kind of a fear of heights. But I was like, dude, I can get past that shit. The thing that I can't get past is the fact that I'm trying to get this job to make money, and you guys are wanting me to spend like $2,000 up front.
Like BYOT sounds like some real fuck shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Well, Blue with the humble brag says he had 2 different unemployment stints for about 6 months. He said, "I've never heard you're overqualified so much in my entire life." Humble brag. And then he says Cox still uses contractors to install out heat.
Overqualified is got to be the worst feeling to be like, what I am good at means nothing because you know what I mean? Like I'm like the reason I got this degree or whatnot is to get this fucking job, and
bearded Nay. I don't know who Bearded Nay is.
That's Husky. That's Husky from the old days.
Okay, word up. What's up, Husky? It's almost like capitalism is set up to exploit labor so well that emerging unemployment opportunities are more like pyramid schemes every day. He said, yeah, it's a terrible feeling. It's not a humble brag. But, I mean, is it not? I mean, okay, now that you're in a better place in your life, it sounds like a humble brag. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, when you were in the middle of it, it probably felt awful. But, like, people saying I'm overqualified for a job, that's like, okay, I kind of want this job still, but like you telling me I'm overqualified for it, it does do a little something for you. You know what I'm saying? A little something for you. Be like, yeah, I know I'm overqualified for this shit.
No,
I mean, I still want it.
You probably,
I know I'm still, I still want it though. But
man, you know, you haven't been in that position. That's like basically the job version of it's me, not you.
Exactly.
Walmart told me I was overqualified. Straight up.
Well, everybody's overqualified for Walmart, sir.
No, well, I think because, I mean, honestly, I think they want someone who's like kind of dumb and like isn't going to go out there and, you know, basically think for themselves. I think that's what they want.
That's why I quit, because they kept hiring all these kids out of high school that.
Yeah, they want people they can control, basically.
It's like I was basically running around them, and it's like I got to the point where like I'm not working any faster because they make as much as I do starting off because I've been there so long. And with the pay raises,
because they kept raising the starting pay rate.
My coworker told me this. She told me this later, but I got hired on getting paid just as much as she was paid, and she had been there for a few years. And she said the moment she found out what I was getting paid, she went in and demanded a raise so she could get paid more than me, even slightly. She still wanted to get paid more than me, so she went and demanded that shit. But I kind of
say 10 cents.
Yeah. He said there's a teacher here in Oklahoma who quit teaching to be a manager at Walmart because it pays more than teaching. Yeah, everything pays more than teaching, which is kind of fucked up, right? Yeah. Because like we tell teachers that they mold the minds of our future, and then we don't pay them shit. And then all of the shit that they have to go through, and like then like when a school shooting happens, we tell you, oh, bitch, get a gun. Like
I just saw an article that there's a school in North Carolina that's implementing AR-15s in the school. So
exactly, it's like they're telling these people to get a gun, but it's like, yo, that sounds like a terrible idea. But like how about we do something to actually protect people instead of putting more of these people we're barely paying in harm's way? It's fucked up.
I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the cops, but I mean, wouldn't it be better to have a higher police presence at a school than to have people that are untrained to use a weapon? To have a weapon like that?
Yeah, but and then here's the worst part about it, right? You have people that are not necessarily not trained to handle a weapon, because I'm pretty sure that you have to pass some sort of thing in order to have the weapon in a classroom. I'm pretty sure that has to be a thing. If that's not a thing, that would really be off. But like also you have to imagine the kind of stress a teacher is under. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's stopping a teacher from going the fuck off and just saying, hey, like, DeMarcus? It's DeMarcus? I ain't gonna tell you no more. Sit your little ass down. Shut the fuck up, or I'm letting this hammer go.
Well, it's funny that
school,
Beard brings up Oklahoma. That's where Blue lives. So he, so yeah,
yeah. But then Oklahoma also had a string of like every time they had a teacher of the year, that teacher immediately left and moved to Texas. Every year they had a teacher of the year. The teacher was like, "All right, then I'll take my award and I'm going to Texas." Like they gonna take their talents to South Beach or something. You know what I mean?
No, when I was in middle school, I had a teacher who he was more old school. He was very old, so I think he's been teaching since like the 60s or 70s or whatever. He didn't put up with no shit. He would get up in there with you. And it's like you couldn't do any of that stuff now.
Yeah, and give that guy a gun.
Right. Like there were these two boys fighting, right? This was like in middle school, and like he comes over, he's like, "Hey, y'all need to knock that off now." And then one of them accidentally like scrapes him. Oh, he grabbed him by the neck and just shoved him against the locker. Oh my god. That would not fly now. That would be all over TikTok now.
You would think that, like, of course.
Oh, like those.
Like everybody has camera phones, but like it'll be like fucking don't be a menace. Like every time there's like a disagreement in school, like a teacher or an administrator is like, we have a problem here. I mean, and then the worst part about it is like if a student feels like that is a danger to them, then they gonna start bringing more to school themselves.
And also, they don't have to bring anything to school. It's already at school. They just gotta get down there and get it.
Well, they got to get it unlocked because it probably has to be locked up or something. I think years ago they had this technology, right? And I don't know whatever happened with this, but this was supposed to prevent a lot of accidental shooting, where the gun didn't work until it was in the hand of it was like a bracelet or something that activated it. It was like a bracelet or something that activated it, and it did not work unless it was in the hand of someone wearing this bracelet. And I don't know what the fuck happened to that technology. Maybe that was a little too much for the conservative people, but shit like that. He said, I wouldn't have made it past 14 if my teachers had been strapped. Accurate. I had a teacher that tried to get me expelled because she was afraid of me.
Was she white?
Yes, of course. She was a little white lady. She tried to get me expelled because I said represent to her.
I had a teacher throw a book at me one time. So
I had a when I was in college. I had a teacher that would constantly throw me out of his class. I think he was intimidated by me and like by my presence.
He would like throw you out the class like Jazz, just like
he would just. No, he would just tell me to get the fuck out of his classroom.
He was like that.
It was college, so he could say it in that way. I went to a tech school. I didn't go to an actual college, but yeah, get the fuck out of my classroom. So, okay.
What were you doing, Scar?
Just talking, like, you know what I mean? Like, I guess taking his attention away. Like, he was an attention whore. Like, he would constantly mention that he had been on Oprah twice. And, shit like that.
He had been what?
He had been on Oprah twice. Yeah. He would constantly mention he had been on Oprah twice. And it's just like, okay, good for you.
Good for you. You get a good star.
But I'm actually fucking cool. So like, and I went to a tech school and I was one of the youngest people in the class. So like, I had a level of cool factor from the fact that I was around all of these adults and I was holding my own and all of this other stuff. So like, it was very weird. It was a very, very weird situation. I had a teacher, one of my teachers, one day he kicked me out of his class and I was on fire. I mean, I was mad as hell. And I had one of my teachers, I saw me walking because I was walking near where the office was. And there's a huge like window into where the office is from her classroom. We called it the fishbowl because it was a huge window. But she saw me and she walked out and she was the one that explained to me, like, you do realize he's intimidated by you, right? And she was like, she let me tell her like what actually happened. It was like, Did you realize he feels intimidated by you? Like you're taking his attention away. And he's, that, and like she really explained that to me. I didn't realize that I had such a power that I could make a man of his stature. He'd been on Oprah twice. I make a man of that stature feel small.
And you're like, maybe I should make a podcast.
Right. I mean, this is years before the podcast. This is like 2001, somewhere around there.
So this is the court days, huh? It was like straight right in the middle of Limp Biscuits.
Yeah. And that's back when I had a Gateway computer. That tells you how old this was.
Damn.
My computer was a Gateway.
Walmart owns Gateway now.
Do they really?
Yes.
Yeah, because
they actually have Gateway laptops.
Do they still have the little box?
Asus bought them, originally bought them, and then that's when they closed all of the stuff because I worked for Gateway. And Asus bought them out, and then they closed all of the stuff, and they shipped all of the stuff overseas. The e-machines, yes, the e-machines was connected. The e-machines were kind of like the budget part of Gateway at one point, and then Asus bought all of it, and then eventually, it started changing a few hands here.
That's how you say that.
It's a gateway to hell. It's a gateway to hell.
I love that job. I did not have that job very long, but I loved that job. Like, holy fuck! Like, I loved that job so much. Because during breaks and stuff like that, we would just hurry up and eat, go grab something to eat real quick, so we could go into the little computer room and play Unreal Tournament. And we would spend all of our breaks playing Unreal Tournament.
Dude,
it was the best.
I miss LAN parties so much, man.
Man, and then they had the good ice in the cafeteria.
Not the good ice.
They had the good ice. You know that chewy ice.
Man. The little, the little I'll tell you what. Being rich is owning one of those fucking machines in your house.
You know what? Being rich to me means you own a freestyle machine in your house. Like if I own a freestyle machine, like you know what I'm talking about, the Coca-Cola machine where you just tap
the diabetes machine.
Yeah, I had one of those at one point. I had a tester for one of those. I love that thing. The Freestyle Libre.
Did it stick to you? Because I heard it doesn't stick right or something. Someone told me it didn't stick right.
Nope, mine stuck and it lasted as long as it was supposed to last. It was actually pretty great.
Sorry.
But yeah, if you got a freestyle machine in your house,
man, you know what I can do with the
you have the freestyle machine and the good ice.
And the good ice, dog. Like if I had the good ice and a freestyle machine, you couldn't tell me shit.
What kind of mixtures I can make with that freestyle machine?
No, I mean, I just got some lime peach Sprite for no fucking reason at all. It's
I don't even like this.
I don't even like this shit.
I don't even like this shit.
I don't even like this shit, but I can do it.
I can do it. That's the thing. Yeah.
That sounds like I don't even like this.
Yeah, it's like I bought this baby straight cash. Okay, all right.
What was the first time you saw a freestyle machine, real quick?
Mine was at Moe's when I worked there.
I want to say it was at Wendy's. Wendy's when I first saw it.
It was Burger King for me.
It was Universal Studios.
So you just had to style on us. Okay, I got you. Universal Studios, bitch. Bam, Big Joker. That was like the Big Joker, right? Like basically what we were talking about. Like we were like Wendy's.
I remember he bought like this. I think it was like a $15 cup that you could fill up all day, and it had like a little sensor at the bottom of it for that day. So if you came back the next day, you had to buy a whole new cup to use it.
Yeah, every time I usually buy the when I had my season passes to Busch Gardens, I would buy the cup for the season. Like, and you would just you don't fill it for free, but it's like $1 to fill it. Like whenever it's just like a fucking $1. I would just do that because look when I was in the park, when I went to visit the park, only thing I ate in the park was popcorn. I'm not paying all of this money for all this expensive ass shit. I'm only eating popcorn in the park. Fuck this shit. I'm not doing anything other than popcorn and my dollar drink. That's it. I ain't fucking with y'all no other way. All right, so
Man, hold on. But talking about like food in those places, man. When we went to the 4th of July thing, we didn't actually stay to the fireworks because my son was like, "It's too hot." But anyway, they had every freaking like food truck in like the area there. So there was like so many choices. We were like, "Oh my god, do we want tacos? Do we want gyros? Do we want like?" It was so much good food. But
food truck this year?
What now? What was the question?
You said this year?
Yeah. It was this.
That sounds like monkeypox right there.
But
all the food trucks, all of them, like that sound like monkeypox right now. Like everything sounds like monkeypox right now. I'm not taking no chances. I ain't taking no chances with this monkeypox shit. Like this shit seemed like it's.
But don't you get monkeypox? Don't you get monkeypox through your dick, man? Isn't that how it?
I think that's how it started. I think that's how it started.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not gonna fuck the Euro.
I don't get to use my dick very often these days. So like,
well, you're not gonna put it in the Euro, right? Like,
nah, but like, I mean, what are you doing? Like, sometimes you might get an apple pie. You start feeling something. I feel something here. It's warm. It's moist. Like, what are we doing here? You said monkeypox are free with purchase though. Yeah, I don't know if I really want to eat at no food trucks right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it seemed like food trucks don't have the inspector dude to come through. You know what I mean? The inspector dude comes through on the food trucks.
Yeah.
Yes.
They have to have little tickets and stuff, little cards.
Because they're
food inspection cards.
Because just because they're on wheels, they're still a restaurant. But it's the best fucking food, man.
There's a hot dog place that I want to try here. It's on a food truck, but I don't know how that's actually gonna work out. It's one of those ones that they're open like every day, but like they close at like 3.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we had a famous restaurant in town that's closed down. They're just making it a food truck now.
See, that sounds like some monkeypox shit, right? Like we couldn't hold the building down, so we just put this shit in the truck. Like that shit.
Well, he didn't say
dangerous.
Why they closed down.
Nah, son. I start thinking this shit on my own. That shit sounds fucking dangerous as shit right now. Monkeypox is
most restaurants start out with a truck and then move up to a restaurant. Yours is going backwards.
Well, it's one of these famous drive-ins. It's been around since like the 50s, and they just closed down. And they're going to start a food truck. It's like, why?
There used to be a food truck that I like back at home where they made funnel cakes, and them funnel cakes used to be hitting, dog. You can get some funnel cakes or some fried Oreos. Man, listen. The Oreo funnel cake with ice cream, man, that make you want to slap your grandma. And if your grandma ain't here, it'll make you dig her up.
Dig her up and slap her.
To slap the shit out of her. Chattering teeth in the skeleton and all. That shit was good as a bitch. All right.
I ain't giving up my food trucks. Best tacos ever.
Yes, I'm not really a big taco dude. Like the most Mexican I've ever really done is Taco Bell. Like and that's like barely qualifies. You know what I mean? Like,
chicken fingers don't come in a taco, right?
Exactly.
Can't get a chicken nugget taco. Scott, I want it.
Yeah, but if it was one of those combination ones, I might be able to pull that off. You know what I'm saying? They just built a Taco Bell here, and I'm like, yo, I really want. They haven't finished it yet. They're building it, and I'm like, yo, this shit is really gonna make me want to eat Taco Bell all the time until I realize why I don't eat Taco Bell all the time.
Hey, their value menu. You can fill up on their value menu, man. Those little what are they? There's like some sort of little chicken thing, but man, you can get
you mean the grillers?
Yeah, those. Yeah, they're like cake. They're sort of, I don't know. Maybe that is what they are. But man, those things are good. And And also just getting like whatever $5 box, man. It's just $5 and you get so much fucking food, dude.
Yeah, I usually get whatever the $5 box is, and then I add on some nacho grillers.
Yeah, like I had like one thing to the box.
Yeah, I had some
right
nacho grillers. When they used to have the loaded baked potato grillers, that shit was fucking great because they put like strips of bacon, like it was real strips of bacon in that bitch, dog. Okay, I sound really fucking fat right now.
Yeah, I can't eat Taco Bell no more after I had my gallbladder taken out. That shit runs right through me. So like, no more Taco Bell.
My homeboy had his taken out years ago after he got into a car accident. He says like Taco Bell, it comes out, it looks like fucking oil. It's dark and liquidy. It's just not a good. It's not a good thing.
10, almost 15 years ago, we were talking about other stuff, and now we're talking about medical stuff because we're old.
Yeah, that's weird, and that's like a sign that you're old, like or like you're getting old. Like,
man, I'm like, still young. This podcast, yo, we're getting fire up in here.
What are you drinking?
Evan Williams.
We're getting turned.
I don't know if I can drink Evan Williams. That sounds like somebody. He sounds like he might be a racist. I just want. You know what? I just want some Fireball. And like you can buy Fireball in the regular.
This was actually bought during the COVID because we were making hot toddies, but these were some of the leftovers. So I was like, podcasts. We got Scott. We got Sam. I'm finishing off these liquors.
As long as you wash your hands when you have to pee.
I always wash my hands.
You get the monkeypox.
Unless I'm drinking. So,
really?
All right. So I played something. Who
was it that took a piss during the podcast? Was it?
It was Chase. Yeah. He took
I wasn't sure.
He was recording on his phone.
Him and Jay Bird kind of run.
Maybe
because they're both white dudes.
He took his phone. It was back when he was recording on his phone. He took his phone into the bathroom with us while podcasting, peed, and then walked out and kept on fucking talking. And
I was going through some shit, man. I was going through some shit.
I didn't hear the sync run at all.
Yeah,
I was going through some shit.
Meaning a lot of beers.
The beers were going through you, sir.
Right. All right. So I played something, and I actually finished something, and it was not The Division. Me and Pooh Bear finished As Dusk Falls, and it's one of those storytelling games where you can get different outcomes depending on doing different shit. I kind of like the game. I really want to. Excuse me. I really kind of want to play again just to see how different the outcomes would be because I watched someone play it when I was bored at work. I watched someone play it, and then me and Pooh Bear played it, and we made a couple of different decisions.
Well, can you play it online? Because I can play with you. Like one of us could play with you or something.
Yes, you can do that. There's actually a phone app you can play on your phone.
Oh, okay.
You don't even need an Xbox controller. Probably if you're like streaming and some shit like that. I know they have like a thing where they make the choices last longer or something like that.
And speaking of that, goddamn, we need more people on our game nights. Friday nights, we are here. Sam ain't here. Scott ain't here. Come on, guys.
Yeah. Oh, but wait, yo! Wow, you still got your Blockbuster card. What happened to Hoenikker, yo?
I ain't put that in. Like you can put that in the show notes. I ain't putting that in the show notes. It's too close.
No, but that episode didn't come out because I looked at it. Right?
Wasn't that?
It was 2 videos. That was the 3rd mission that we did.
I think I edited that one, but I haven't uploaded it yet. Okay. But yeah, okay. I just haven't posted it.
So we play Aliens. Was it Fireteam Elite?
Yeah, it's just we streamed for like 5 hours, and so I split it up.
Oh, the wannabe Gears of War.
It's kind of yes. No, it's very Halo-y. But I mean, of course, you realize that Halo got a lot from the Aliens franchise, like a lot.
We're talking about Aliens, okay?
Yeah, it's a Left 4 Dead Aliens game.
Yeah,
okay.
I like it a lot, man.
Yeah, it was actually kind of fun. It's not like super polished or anything like that. It's just a fun time with friends.
Yeah, I get some hiccups every now and again, but like if you watch it, like for the most part, it runs really good. But like it's just really fun. It's a lot more fun than I think that Back for Blood is. I mean, what's his name was saying
100%.
Let's come back for blood again.
100%.
yeah, what's his name was saying that he likes Back for Blood, and I don't know if it's got better after updates or whatnot. I don't know. I mean, I would be willing to try it again, but from what we played back in the day, this is a lot better.
This was just way too difficult. But here's the thing: we're playing the first mission. All of the missions, there's 4 missions, and they're all separated into 3 pieces, right? So the first mission is you have to save someone, and on the third part of that mission, the dude is with you, and he just has a pistol, and he's not very. He doesn't do a whole lot. But Chase noticed his name. And his last name is spelled Hoenikker.
And I didn't say it. I was like, this dude's name is problematic. That's what I said.
Naturally, me and my friend Todd, we were playing with Chase, we just called him Hoenikker through the whole rest of the. I mean, we just called him Hoenikker through the whole thing.
I mean, that's his name.
Nigga, he was a whole nigga. Like he was not. He was not doing very much to help. And like there was a couple.
Except that one time. That one time.
Yeah, one time he saved somebody, but like he wasn't doing a whole lot because he just had a pistol and like we walking around with all these big fucking like guns and shit like that. I was using one of the smart guns, the ones with the fucking arm attached to it from fucking Aliens, the first one, and so like, but like he just really was not very helpful all the time, and so he was just whole nigga for the whole rest of the whole time we were talking, and we would not have noticed it until Chase pointed it out.
I just said his name is problematic, because I was like, I was nervous on saying it. I was like, I don't know if I want to say that name.
I think that's the name of the episode. But his actual name, not Whole Nigga. I don't think I can put Whole Nigga on it. But I think his actual name is the show title. But like, yeah, we had a blast. Until we got to that next mission and we was getting fucked up.
Todd was way low on the armor thing, but then he also glitched out of the game, so none of that mattered anyway.
Yes. Yeah, he glitched out of the game, so he was inside of the level, but like when we had parts where we went down, he was stuck on the plane that he was on. So he's like above us, just kind of like inside of the geometry of the level. So like he wasn't actually with us, but he was just kind of there floating above our heads.
And then the enemies weren't finding him to shoot him.
How to get him back. And he couldn't help because I used one of the cards where we disabled our pistols for more XP because we weren't using our pistols anyway. But we didn't even know if his pistol would have actually worked, but he ran out of bullets, so he was just kind of stuck there. But yeah, it was just a fun time. That game, I wish it was 4 players instead of 3, but like we had a great time. But anyway, as Dust Falls, because Chase cut me off. It's one of those games that you can play with up to 8 people. Huh. And I would want to try to see how chaotic that would be. I would love to see how chaotic.
Is it on Game Pass?
Yeah, it is on Game Pass. So we could schedule something like that out on one of these game nights. And if you can play on the phone, then that wouldn't take over Blue's data, right? I don't know, but we should definitely do that. That'd be a fun time.
Yeah, I would be willing to try something like that because that was actually a fun time with me and Pooh Bear and like fighting over answers and stuff like that. And then there was a part where it gets to like important decisions and it has to be majority rules, but it's 2 of us, so like we have to figure out how to agree here or what to do. So like those are fun. Not really. Me playing with a 14-year-old. But yeah, man, I thought it was really cool. I watched someone play, and they got a different outcome than what we did, and it was all just kind of cool. I really liked it. And the worst part about the game is it ends on a hell of a cliffhanger. And I don't know if they're gonna release some DLC or something, but like, you can't leave me like this. You know what I mean?
Are you sure that wasn't just one of the endings that you got?
No, It happened in both. As soon as is when the game is over, then something happened. The same thing happened in both playthroughs. So yeah. So but our playthrough was different than the one that I watched. That a guy was playing by himself. So but we made different decisions. Different people got killed. Different people died. All kinds of stuff. It was actually pretty cool. And the one of the final conversations, a lot of the conversation was the same, but the setting and the tone was completely different. So that was cool. I really enjoyed that. Yeah, I think we should try to figure that part out for a game night or something like that. That would be fun. What y'all got? What y'all played this week, Scott?
Let's play DayZ like I've been playing. That's why I got this laptop, which I guess I could talk about that now. Got a MSI laptop today, $1,500. So hopefully it runs these games pretty good. I was just looking, it runs most of the top games. Let me bring that back up. Yeah, I can run just about everything. Can't run Elden Ring. I can do it minimum, but it's not recommended.
Wait, $1,500 laptop and you still can't run Elden Ring?
Wow, Elden Ring is that strong? Elden Ring's the new Crisis.
Right, I was asking, can't run Crisis.
Yeah, I don't know if it's even a game listed on here. Some on that Can You Run It or whatever website.
Like I could run like Cyberpunk, but it would look very gooey. It would look like mud or something.
Yeah, my daughter's playing Cyberpunk.
Wait, this is a video game. Don't you want to have a GUI?
No, not that kind of GUI, like goo, not GUI.
Yeah, it's got a NVIDIA GeForce RX or RTX 306E laptop GPU. It's got a Intel i7 core 12th generation, 16 gigabytes of RAM.
That shit better than my computer. I mean, I'm running an i5.
Yeah, it's decent.
I think I only got 8 RAM.
Yeah, I mean, with PC gaming, I've always said that like people think they can't run games. You can run games. You might not can run it at like the highest resolution, but you can play most things. You know what I mean? I mean, I mean,
all the tycoon shit I can run. I can't run the game that I want to play the most.
Right.
And then Bearded said Elden Ring PC port is notoriously terribly optimized.
So maybe to get better for you if they update or something. I don't know.
So I look for Crisis and it's like question mark.
Oh wow! Even to this day, it's question mark. Wow,
that's something.
Well, there are games that like have future-proofed settings to where when they came out, nothing could run that like at those settings. You know what I mean? Like The Witcher 3 had those super sampling or whatnot. In 2015, nothing can run it like that. So like they have future-proofed that game to look good in the future as well. You know what I mean? It's pretty cool.
Oh, why it's question mark? Because I don't have a DVD-ROM in here. That's why it's question mark.
Oh, you do need to look at stuff like that to where it'd be like, oh, you failed the thing, but look at what it failed, and it might be something like that. You know, that is.
But you can play Crisis through like Origin, right?
Yeah.
Crisis 2 is so good. Man.
I mean, I don't know why anyone would want to do that.
Well, Crisis.
I mean, other than Sam, I don't know why anyone would use Origin, but still.
I only use Origin to play The Sims, really.
Well,
right, that's what I'm saying.
Crisis 1 was basically a tech demo, but Crisis 2 was a fun fucking game, dude. That game was good.
2 and 3 were really good. I really enjoyed those.
I think I had a bootleg 2 for my special 360.
I forgot you had one of those.
Yeah, I had a special 360, and that shit sounds like a fucking jet engine when you turn it on.
It's about to fly. It's about to take.
Yeah, that shit sounds like it's about to take off. But yeah,
I mainly got this laptop to play DayZ because I'm tired of the Xbox one because it's only got 2 maps and no mods. So I'm ready to play some mods, and plus probably gonna buy that Spider-Man remastered since I haven't played it yet.
Man, that shit is $50 fucking dollars. Like,
yeah, I'll wait till it's on sale.
Yeah, like that shit sucked because like all of the other games when they put it on PC were basically $40.
Yeah,
and they added $10 more on for this fucking old ass game. And
Well,
look,
those
fuck that shit.
well those. I mean, yeah, it does suck, but those older games were like kind of like a still a PS4 game, but this is like the remastered is the PS5 port, so I guess that's the reason. But it still sucks.
Yeah, that's awful.
Yeah, I'll wait till it's on sale on Steam.
I, bu-
It'll
I
go down.
bought
It'll
it.
go down quick.
I bought the PS4 version for myself for Christmas because I didn't have anything for Christmas because no one cares about you when you're an adult. So I bought that game for myself and I've never played it. I rarely ever turn on my PlayStation.
Dude,
4.
but that if there's any reason to turn on your PlayStation, it would be for Spider-Man. That game is so fucking good, dude.
I've heard good things and that's why I bought it. But I bought it like it was on like a sale. I only think I spent $10.
Right.
Wow.
Like I don't see if it comes with the Miles Morales.
Oh no,
Dang,
that's coming
It's
later.
separate, is it? It's separate, isn't it?
That's a later release.
Well,
So
I know
I would,
there's like a gold edition, right, that comes with it, right? But the regular one is separate, right?
if you were worried about it, I would wait until that come out, and I'm sure there's a bundle for both, and then wait for a Steam sale to get the bundle for
But
both.
you telling a man to wait so that to Sony get around to doing something?
Dude, I am a PC gamer, and the reason I'm on PC is waiting for these sales. I'm a patient motherfucker.
Yeah, but you're telling him to wait on Sony to do something.
Chase is like, I finally got
I
System
know-
Shock. All right.
I'm waiting to wait on Steam to do something to put it on sale. So, but Miles Morales is coming. I don't know.
No,
The
but
date.
you're waiting for Sony to put Miles Morales on Steam. Like that's the part that you're waiting for. And I wouldn't wait for that. I wouldn't hold my breath.
It's
I will.
Said-
They're coming out no time soon. But
said I didn't play it, but I watched my kids play the new that Ninja Turtles game, Shredder's Revenge. It's on Game Pass.
Oh,
It's
is it
like
really?
old-
Okay.
I downloaded it, and then I never actually played
Oh yeah,
it.
Game Pass.
It's like 6 players.
yeah, 6 players. I think you can play as the Turtles, Shredder, or not Shredder, Splinter, April O'Neil. Then I think you can unlock Casey Jones plays him. But
Why
it's basically
would
just
anybody play Casey Jones? Like
who knows.
There were people who were mad that they took away April O'Neil's cleavage. Like it's an animated computerized
Well-
girl. Calm
Well,
down.
they were also mad that in the Mass Effect remaster they took away the shots where the camera was like right at Miranda's butt,
Really?
like when she was having
People need to-
conversations. Like
people need
they
to
were
know.
really fucking upset about that shit.
There's mods that add that back in. So here you go.
Calm down.
Why would you want that? Like I'm sorry, but like let's be honest. That chick was hot for the time. Like she was hot with like during Mass Effect and when Chuck was on, she was a big deal.
Oh, is it the same actress or what?
Yes.
Oh,
I
The-
mostly
the
remember
chick
her
the
from
chick Chuck.
Dexter.
yeah.
I didn't know her from Dexter. I knew her from Chuck. But she's a blonde in Chuck, but she's a brunette in Mass Effect. I think that's the only difference.
Right, yeah. Well, I
They
think
used-
she was
they
a
used to
blonde
have
in Dexter too.
But yeah, it's like I was watching boys play that game today. I was like, I might have to play this
They
myself.
look fun.
It's just like the old arcade games.
Yeah. I'm waiting for the Cowbones
actually-
collection, the one that has everything.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Actually, during the game night, because I stayed up way too late during the game night. But anyway, I fell asleep in my chair, and then when I came back, I was like, "Oh, let me check out these Game Pass." So I played some of that too. It was fun as fuck, man. So I would like someone to play with. So if you want to play that, then
Well, if I had Game Pass, I will play with you, Chase. If I wasn't a poor person.
Yeah, I have Game Pass, but I think depending on the cost, I may do the family plan because I do the game sharing with Pooh Bear, but
I do the $30 for 3 months off CD keys.
I just been paying $15 a month forever.
I went and bought a year membership for just Xbox Live, and it like just changed it to Ultimate. Like I can't decide if I want to. It's like just takes it straight to Ultimate. It's like I wanted a year.
It's like $1, right? Like you buy the Xbox Live and then for $1. That's what people were doing. People were buying because you could buy like 3 years in advance. So they would buy 3 years of Xbox Live and then upgrade it to Ultimate for 3 years for $1.
Yeah, it's like I bought like this 12-month Xbox card, and it like turned into like 6 months of Game Pass, Ultimate Game Pass. Like, okay, I guess, but
Yeah, I've had Ultimate since the beginning, and I've never played any of this shit on PC.
Well, the big thing
I
with
have
Ultimate
streamed
is the
that.
fact that you have streaming and gold in there.
Yeah, I've tried the streaming. In fact, I tried the Aliens game before I downloaded it. I tried it through streaming, and it worked.
yes, that's how I played it, was through streaming.
And then Pooh Bear, I don't know why, but she got into like the lore of Mortal Kombat. It was like, you really want to do this? Like, the lore of Mortal Kombat is convoluted as fuck.
Yeah, especially now.
Yeah. But she streamed 11. But of course, like, her not having a strong fighting game background, she was put herself into some training, and she just couldn't pull off those combos and shit. She just absolutely just didn't have the skills required for that. But like, she refuses to play different types of games. So it is a thing. Like, you know, she, As Dusk Falls is a great thing for her. But like, I was like, yo, you should play some Division. Play some Division with your boy, or, you know, play some Borderlands with your boys, so you can actually learn how to use a first-person shooter. So when you go back to Cyberpunk, you won't seem like you would know what the fuck you're doing, like that type of stuff. And she's just like, nah, ain't enough story for me.
Like, nah, that's all right.
Yeah, ain't enough story, man.
He goes, I have to run. I've got something to do at 9.
Okay, go ahead. Do you think? I got you.
Right.
Peace, brother.
See you, Sam.
Okay. So, what else y'all got as far as video games go?
Well, I've been like, after the pandemic thing, I just like really got back into Valheim, and I've been really wanting to get back into Destiny because of the stuff, but I've just been on that fucking Valheim, man. It just gets into me, kind of like him and his DayZ. Actually, I think him liking DayZ, he might like, or Scott might like Valheim. I don't know, but it's just so fucking good.
Two games does not have, like, come on, dog. I know they both survival type games, but come on, dog. One of them shooting zombies, the other one I'm a fucking Viking. No, thank you, sir.
Yeah, it's like I didn't try Rust or any other stuff.
Well,
Valheim
isn't as hardcore of survival as like Rust, and it's all PvE, so.
I'm not going to even remotely think about trying that until it's on Game Pass. I might try it. But no, you said it's only 2 maps. Fuck that.
Yeah. He got Bible in them too.
Well, you're talking about Valheim or DayZ?
DayZ. Yeah, you only get the one map, then you have to pay like $13 for the other one.
Well, Valheim
it's basically
is
like
the
Game same
Pass.
access.
That's not like the worst thing ever. I think the next game I'm going to buy, I might buy the Farm Manager game for Xbox, because I would much rather play that game sitting on my couch as opposed to sitting right here. I just don't really enjoy playing games sitting right here anymore, even though I really like it.
Think about looking into it. I might see about doing these upgrades for NCAA football and NFL 2K5, since I got a PC in it.
Yeah, it's when I saw a website where you could download the game and the updates and install them on PC. I know one of the guys that I follow. He plays the newer version of NCAA, and it seems to work pretty well.
Yeah, it's like revamped, so they got all the new uniforms, and it's 4K now, and it's like, it's interesting. Probably be better than fucking whatever EA's gonna bring out.
Right. Because I mean, if it's anything like Madden,
I don't know. Kind of waiting to see what Madden looks like this year, because the devs are finally like saying that, you know, the game hasn't been good in a few years, so at least they're finally admitting it.
Yeah. And then whatever 2K is going to end up doing with a football game, like, they still haven't really announced what they're actually doing.
No. Like I said, I feel in the first one's going to be like a playgrounds, kind of like the NBA playgrounds.
Yeah.
But
you know what? 2K Blitz. Give me 2K Blitz, and we might have something.
Well, it's like I remember seeing something where they're talking about how the wording of certain stuff is like they might come out with an actual like simulation game because they still have the player rights. So it might be like that 2K8 that they brought out. That was
Right.
where you create teams and stuff. But I mean, that might work. But
Yeah.
just people were more, oh, it's not the NFL.
Right. And 2K8 was a good game.
Yeah.
I didn't like the how you're supposed to choose your characters. I thought that thing was a little weird. Like,
Yeah.
you can have one gold person, you can have two silver people, and blah blah blah. Like, dog. I'm trying to cheat in this fucking thing, and I'm putting all the gold people on my team. Like, what are we doing here? If I can't do that, then why am I here? The stadiums and stuff were like really cool and like really like creative, knowing that they couldn't actually use real shit. I thought it was just really cool. So another like 2K8 type of game, and I'll be down for that. Or just anything at this point is probably anything to make the creators of Madden get off their asses.
That's my thing. It's just like sports games are just taking a hit the past like 10 years. It's all this exclusive as shit. Like NBA, like fucking 2K with NBA. It's like live was fun, but it's like
Live
it can't compete. They can't compete.
I mean, but the thing is, like, they have a built-in audience with the EA access and the Game Pass type stuff. Like, take advantage of that shit. Like, really, just put out a fucking game and put out a game for those people. You can buy it if you want to, but this works. This you get like be like, yo, if you get it through EA access, you get more free shit. Like, something like that. Or do the thing that you should have fucking did a long time ago. Make a Switch version. Because they don't make the EA Sports don't make Switch anything, right? Unless FIFA is on the Switch, but like I know Madden's not, I know Live is not.
Nope.
So yeah.
Like saying, man, it's like I'm getting too old, man. It's like there's nothing that I want to buy anymore. It's like
Game Pass fucked everything up for buying.
Yeah. It's like the only game I'm interested in this year is Modern Warfare 2, but it's like
only game I'm interested in this year comes out tomorrow on Game Pass. 2 Point Campus.
That's shit.
It's my shit. And I'm about to be all up in there. I don't have no plans probably until the weekend. I don't have no plans to even play in Division this week. Fuck Division. It's about this 2 Point Campus stuff. It's really
How much
really
have you played a Hospital?
Huh?
How much have you played of Hospital?
I played quite a bit. I have the Hospital on 3 different platforms. I have Hospital on PC. I had it through Game Pass, and I have a Switch version that I never used. But the place where I played it mostly is on Xbox.
Well, you're saying about the Switch and the EA games. Would the Switch even run those games?
I mean, probably at a lower resolution, but it still should. They make a specific Switch port for it. It should be fine. I mean, they put fucking The Witcher on.
I heard The Witcher runs like ass on the Switch, but still.
Yeah, but like they did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was possible they squoze that bitch on there. So like, why the fuck not? I was speaking of The Witcher. I actually got past the first episode of the second season. I am on episode 4, I think. I'm enjoying it so far. It really took me a long time to get past that first episode. I kept falling asleep. So I started watching it a lot earlier in the day. I still fall asleep, but that's a completely different situation.
Well,
But yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, speaking of falling asleep, that game night, man, it's staying up to 2:30. That next day, man, I was so fucking out of it and tired. And then I fell asleep at like 6 o'clock that night.
Me and Todd typically, when we're playing the Division, we're up to like 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes like we'll stop playing at like 4 o'clock in the morning and we're just sitting there talking, just kind of bullshit until it starts getting light outside. It's like, you know what? We should probably go to bed. So that has happened on many, many occasions. The one time, like a few weeks ago, when I had to take my ex to the airport, I had to take her to the airport. She had to be there by 5. I just stayed up playing fucking the Division with him and just hopped in the car at 4:30 and took her to the fucking airport because instead of like going to sleep and having to wake up and all of this other shit, I just like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna play the Division. So that's not unusual for us to be up way longer than that.
Are you
It's
are you
not
more of a
unusual at
night
all.
more of a night owl than?
I mean, it's also different. Like, I don't know what it is about being I don't know what it is about being full time dad during the summers and stuff like that. But I get tired a whole lot easier. Maybe it's because my daughter gets on my nerves, and I get on hers on purpose. Like we do this, we do this kind of back and forth with each other. But like something about that makes me fall asleep earlier, except for on the weekends. I'm usually okay on the weekends. But yeah, so I watched that. I watched some episodes of The Witcher, and I'm enjoying it so far. I've heard
Yeah,
I've heard mixed things about season 2.
I haven't even started season 2 yet.
So yeah, I think I don't know if there's anything new that I've watched. I mean, I'm rewatching Misfits with Pooh Bear. It's an old British show, and that's been cool. We're at the part in this then like we're on like season 3, but we're at the part where I don't remember as much. Like I remember season 1 and 2 very well. I don't remember the rest of it that much at all. So some of this stuff I'm being reminded, and some of this stuff I'm like I don't remember this shit at all. So it ends up being a good thing.
I'm trying to think of what I watched. Watched Thor, so that should be on Disney Plus here soon. It was okay.
I'll wait for the Disney. I've heard a lot of mixed things about that too.
Well, it's my thing. It's like, they're showing the Guardians of the Galaxy and like the trailer and everything. They're like in the first 5 minutes, and that's it.
As Guardians of the Galaxy. I heard the biggest criticism that I heard was it is the anti-Ragnarok. Like it's like Ragnarok was a solid movie that happened to be funny. This is a movie trying to be funny.
Like I said, it has its points, but it's like, yeah, it's not Ragnarok.
Yeah, I hear the biggest issue is they try too hard to be funny.
Like Thor's funny, it's just everybody else. Like they had this running thing where Jane Foster kept trying to come up with like a catchphrase, and they're just stupid. It's like, okay,
Okay.
I guess this isn't sticking.
Okay, I'll figure it out. Like I've been watching people who haven't watched the whole MCU watch. I've been watching their like reactions and shit, and that's been fun. I watch a whole bunch of reactions anyway, but watching someone go through the MCU and find this stuff out for the first time has been really cool.
It's like I've been doing that with people watching the Rocky movies, and they're getting to Creed and everything. It's like, man, I can't believe you guys missed all this stuff.
I've not seen the Creed movies. I've seen the Rocky movies up until the last actual Rocky movie.
Like, the Creed movies are actually pretty good.
I heard, at one point they were on Amazon, and then like the first one went away, and I was like, well, I don't want to watch the second one if I hadn't seen the first one yet. So it'll be interesting. I know that that they even brought Drago back in the second one. Is Drago and supposedly his kid? Yeah,
it's him and his son. But supposedly they're supposed to be spinning off that too. They're going to have their own movie. And they're supposedly pissed Sylvester Stallone off because nobody told him.
Wow. I mean, it's weird because the guy who plays Drago is like a real like fucking like scientist in real life.
Yeah.
And like he's like a super fucking smart dude. Also, he's Swedish, not Russian. But like when he played, I liked his character when he played in Arrow for a little bit. I liked his character in that. So yeah, I think I'll get around to those eventually. But it's weird because like you have to figure out what's on what app and shit.
Yeah,
it's just kind of.
It's like I had Paramount Plus for another month. It's like about to cancel this. Ain't nothing to watch on here. I already watched Halo.
I completely fucking forgot about Blue gave me his logon for Paramount Plus, and I completely fucking forgot to go watch Halo. It's like that's how much of an afterthought Halo has been.
That's how it is for that new Batman movie. It's like I ain't even watched that yet. It's like I got HBO Max. It's like I just haven't watched it yet. I don't feel like sitting down.
It is HBO Max is not long for this world, dog. You might want to get on that. I will say this: if you care about Batman comics, this might be a cool movie for you. As someone who is not into Batman comics, this didn't do it for me.
Yeah.
A lot of people who like comic book Batman really love this movie, and they think it's like one of the best movies ever. And the rest of us are just kind of like, did we watch the same thing?
I was like, I'm kind of mad that they canceled that Batgirl movie. I just wanted to watch it just for Michael Keaton.
Exactly. But man, I mean, that's why I said HBO Max. It's not long for this world, dog. Discovery is like cutting all kinds of shit. Apparently, they're gonna kill that app.
Yeah, they're supposed to be combining it with whatever Discovery Plus or whatever.
Yeah, they're bringing it into their shit.
Is that going to be more expensive then?
That, because like, the WB,
because Discovery Plus is like $4 or $5 a month. So is that?
I mean, it ain't gonna stay that way. I mean, they're. I mean, there's a timetable on cutting HBO. Like there's a timetable, like it's gonna last till like around this time next year or some shit like that.
Have you guys been keeping up with the Walking Dead shit?
Nope. I stopped watching The Walking Dead season 6, I think.
Well, it's like
season
they're
4
ending,
for me.
They're ending the main show, but they're having like 4 spinoffs. There's gonna be one with Maggie and Negan, which they hate each other, so that's gonna be weird to watch.
Right.
And Daryl's having his own show. Then they're supposed to have a Rick like movie trilogy, but they're just turning that into a TV series.
Okay.
And then
they're doing the Disney thing.
Yeah.
Because all of the Disney Plus shows are basically just long movies.
But then, well, the one I'm most excited for, they're having one is called Tales of the Walking Dead, it's an anthology. So like they have one that's like I think there's 6 episodes this year, and there's like one it's like in Atlanta right when the shit starts. Okay. And there's one that's like 35 years into the future.
Do you think we'll ever figure out how this whole shit started?
Well, they kind of hinted at it in one of the other spinoffs. I call it the young adult Walking Dead. It was like World Beyond or something. It had a whole bunch of teenagers in it. But
okay. I've heard of Fear.
Yeah, Fear actually got pretty good there for a while, but now it's getting stupid again.
I like the first episode. I mean, I like the first season of Fear. I really enjoyed that. It had old girl from Orange Is the New Black on there.
Yeah, like now Morgan's on it, and one of Negan's guys is on it now, and it's like
okay, so they had some bleed over.
Yeah.
Nah, good.
Like then they had this like what's bad about it is if people were just watching the regular show. They're not watching Fear the Walking Dead or that World Beyond. It's like they're gonna miss a whole bunch of shit because there's these people that took Rick. They have like these helicopters with like these 3 rings on it or something, and that was like the main focus of the World Beyond Walking Dead.
Because I know he went away for a while.
Yeah,
so
but man,
like
they
the end credit scene.
Too complicated these days. Like when they make it all these spin-offs where you have to watch things, you're like having to watch a show like conspiracy theorists, like with like dots, so you have to connect this and that. And you're like, dude, can we just watch a show? Do I have to do all this work?
Well, my 2 favorite shows of all time are intertangled, so I can't say that I
Buffy and Angel.
Yes,
well, that's easy though. Well, at least you just 2 shows, not all this like different shit. You know,
right? I know what you're saying, but it's just like, you know, I've been through this before, so I guess it's not a big deal. I guess
I made a Buffy and Angel playlist on my Plex to where it's all. I just aligned it with release date, and it like aligned it all to where it just watches it in order.
Word. That's cool. I went through one time when I watched it with my ex. I used a list of telling you when to jump to which show, and so it kind of made sense because you jumped over to Angel, like it said, okay, these episodes ain't got nothing to do with what's going on over there, so you can watch these if you want to, like that type of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me, Scar. We're getting another Smallville.
I
heard about that.
I saw
animated because
everybody's old now.
The guy who plays Lex and the guy who played Clark have a podcast now where they're going through the series, and they announced that they're doing an animated series.
I know I know Collins podcast, the guy who plays Lex. I can't think of his name right now, but I know his podcast is really good.
Yeah, but they're doing like I think it's called like Talkville or something. They're going through all the episodes, like talk about behind the scenes shit and everything.
That sounds actually fun. That sounds like fun. I would probably be willing for that. I'm willing to listen to that. Because I ain't been no episodes of Bo in a long time, so.
Trying to think what else I watched. Oh, I finished Stranger Things season 4. That was great.
I did last week or a week before, one of those. I really enjoyed that. And
yeah, I'm just glad they're doing a time jump next season. They're supposed to be going into the 90s.
Yeah, because they're getting way too old for them to be freshmen in high school. They're way too old to be freshmen in high school. And then I saw the after show, and the young lady that plays the little sister, she does not look like a little sister right now.
No. She's supposed to be like 11. She looks like she's about 15, 16.
Right. So she does not look like she's the little sister right now. So yeah, they need a time jump. I enjoyed that shit, and fucking I'm sorry. I know that there's Team Steve people out there, and they say that Steve is the best character on the show. Eddie took that shit, dog.
Yep.
Eddie took that shit, dog. I no spoilers for anybody who ain't seen it, but Eddie took that shit, dog. Eddie is the best character on that show, period. Eddie is as a character is far superior to 11. That's how great that character is and how well that character is written.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the weird thing is all these people that love Eddie. I'm like, if it was real life, you guys wouldn't like Eddie. You fake motherfuckers. He's a metalhead. He's a senior in high school, but he's should have been gone 3 years ago. And he's a drug dealer. You guys are being fake. You guys, you know what I mean? But
yeah, I mean, you can tell that the people that really like him, they like him mostly for the D&D stuff. Mm. Is he's all of those things, but he kind of fell in with the nerd crowd, and the nerds are cool with him, and I could see that happening. And then also his character is based off of a real person.
Yeah.
I saw
it would have been someone did comment that they thought it was they would like to see him and that first girl get together, that they actually had really good chemistry together, but
right,
shit happens.
Yeah, but yeah, there was a whole thing that I looked up. I didn't know anything about this. The Satanic Panic was a real fucking thing, and it was a guy
around D&D. It was around D&D too, because they made a TV movie with Tom Hanks about that kind of shit.
Yeah, apparently that was about the real guy, and the real guy got sent to prison for a crime he didn't commit. And he was locked up for a long time until DNA became a thing.
No, what it was, I don't know exactly what you're talking about. So they got there's 3 movies on HBO. It's called Paradise Lost. It's where these three teenagers got accused for killing these 3 boys.
Is this the Memphis 3 or whatever?
Yeah. They based Eddie off the main kid, Damon Echols or something.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, well, they're out of jail now, but they had to do something called an Alfred plea. Just basically they're still saying they're innocent, but they're saying that there was enough evidence to convict them when there wasn't. But it was some kind of thing where they get out of jail.
Yeah,
so they're still.
I think someone said that they had to do that because the judge cut off their appeals, and when DNA became a thing, and they could have done an appeal, the judge already said, "No, we're not doing that." So they had to do this other thing in order to be able to get out.
I don't know what's going on. All that, just know the real thing, and
that's what I read because I saw the after shows. The after shows that they were talking about him. So I looked it up and I read a little bit on it, and it seemed like. Yeah,
those documentaries they made are actually pretty good. It's just kind of rough to get through because it shows autopsy photos of the boys that got killed and all that kind of stuff. So it was yeah.
Fucking justice system.
Shit, that sounds really real. Fuck that.
Yeah. But like one of those things where they listen to Metallica, so I was reason bringing up Metallica lyrics and all that kind of crap. Why they were doing satanic rituals and shit.
Yeah, this was uh, Merciful Fate off of Garage Inc. I'm glad that wasn't available at this time.
Yeah.
Merciful. Merciful Fate is a cover of from Merciful Fate the band.
I know.
Yeah.
Garage Inc. is an album of covers, dog. I understand.
Okay.
But I do through Rock Band Customs. We talked about this earlier. Through Rock Band Customs, I downloaded Merciful Fate because it's a medley of Merciful Fate songs.
That dude, like, the original dude, man, that's some high register. If you talk about some high,
very much so. Yeah, very much so. He's
an unlockable character.
Like he sang like this, and it was like, really? Like,
he's an unlockable character on Guitar Hero Metallica.
I played through Guitar Hero Metallica, and I loved it. Like, I fucking loved it. When I got to No Leaf Clover, I was playing the game, but apparently I had on headphones. And my ex-wife popped her head and was like, "Are you okay?" She was like, "You were singing hard as a bitch right now." Because No Leaf Clover is one of my favorite songs, period. Not just favorite Metallica songs. I really like that song from S&M. But yeah, I've done a Rock Band custom to Metallica's Merciful Fate, and I have sang and played guitar at the same time for all 11 fucking minutes.
But did you sing as high as King Diamond?
No. I did the Metallica version. I was not doing that. No.
Okay.
No, I did the Metallica version. I downloaded the custom, and that was really cool. I really liked it, and I did go back and I listened to a lot of those songs that they did for Garage Inc. And surprisingly, of course, you like the first one that you heard. Most of those songs I didn't like the originals as nearly as much as the Metallica version, especially Turn the Page. Oh my God, Turn the Page. The original Turn the Page is boring as fuck.
Oh, have you seen the video of the Metallica version of Turn the Page where it has like the
old porn star lady? I can't think of her name right now.
We should take the part to where she says that if she had to do it all over again, she'd do it the exact same way, and put that on someone saying they're going to replay Mass Effect. Because she just play it the same fucking way every time. Like, you're like, I can do it different. You still do it the same fucking way.
No, my daughter is replaying Mass Effect because she got to Mass Effect 3 and she fucked up some shit. She said she had a glitch where she couldn't do Legion's loyalty mission. So like she get to the game and like Tally ended up killing herself because she chose to get. And she didn't know that was going to happen. She did not keep Malin's data, so Eve died. Even though the genophage got cured, Eve still died because she didn't save the data, like all kinds of stuff. So she was like, "Fuck it," and she started over at 1. Oh. Yeah, I'm like, I wouldn't do that. I started playing some of her.
Well, you should encourage that because the more she plays, the better she's going to get at shooters and shit.
Nah, dog.
And inventory management. There's a mod for a Mass Effect where it takes away the inventory management.
Oh, that would be great. That would be the only way that I would play Mass Effect 1 ever again. I'm done with Mass Effect 1.
I mean, you still have the inventory, but it just takes away the cap to where you never have to like fuck with it.
Right. I'm good. I'm good on that shit. If I don't have to, I will never play 1 ever again.
I just love the story and stuff. It's a comfort game.
I watched this dude. He said that he played all of the Mass Effect games recently. He said he played them again recently, and he said out of the original trilogy, 2 is his least favorite.
What was his favorite?
1. And he likes 3 more than 2. But of course, he likes Andromeda least of all.
Well, he has Well, I mean, I respect that because that is a very hot take. You know what I mean? Like.
Well, Blue is a 1 first kind of guy, but this guy basically said that Mass Effect 2 is a distant third for him in the trilogy. Distant third.
Well, I mean, I don't agree, but that takes some balls to say that on the fucking internet. You know what I mean? Like, because a lot of people do like 1 the most, and a lot of people like 2 the most. But it takes some balls to put 3 over 2, man, on the internet and say that shit in public.
Right. I put 3 over 1. 1 is my least favorite out of the trilogy. For gameplay reasons only. Story and world building, it's absolutely the first.
Oh, straight at it takes a quad, like some Krogan balls.
But as far as playing the game, like the actual moment to moment gameplay, it is my least favorite out of the trilogy.
Yeah. I don't want to drive around to Mako.
You know what? If I had to rank them all, I would put Andromeda over 1. Sorry, I had more fun with Andromeda than I did with 1 at this point. Blue said he said yes. ME1 is his favorite. He said he's worried about BioWare Dragon Age isn't leaving him with food feelings. I'm thinking he made good feelings.
Well, food feeling sounds good. I mean, because that it sounds like a funny way of saying comfort food. Like man, they gives you that food feeling. I love it, man. I love that.
He said the Andromeda tried to be Mass Effect 1, so I can see that. I judge mine not just off of the story and world building. I think about it as moment to moment gameplay. But honestly, if I went 100% on moment to moment gameplay, 3 might be better than 2. I said it. If you're a gameplay person, 3 might be better than 2.
I think a lot of people just get really. I mean, I don't mind the ending, but I can see why people get hung up on it. But a lot of people, it's like that's the only thing they remember. It's like that's the elephant in the room, and they forget all the like if you're about all these choices, there's a lot of that shit. If you're about these relationships, there's more relationship stuff in 3 than there is in the whole fucking shit. Because like, say you're dating Tali, she's gonna be talking through missions and shit, and like little like quips and shit. That ain't in 2 or 1. You know what I mean? 3 is a lot better game than people get credit for.
Yeah, I think in he said that's valid, but that suicide mission is one of gaming's best moments. Absolutely.
Okay, what we need to do. Here's what we need to do. One of our reaction. It's not really a reaction, so I don't know if we should call it a reaction. We need to do a Mass Effect tier list. Me, you, and Blue. Mass Effect character tier list.
Mass Effect character tier list. See, that's going to be a problem for me and Blue here. Well, if we do
we're
a tier
list, we're not ranking them.
If we do a tier list, then that means Rex and Garrus can be on the top tier.
Yeah,
okay, that's fine. We can do that. But if we put them in order, there's going to be some furniture moving in this bitch. Because he's gonna fight for Rex and I'm gonna fight for Garrus, and I think there is no equivalent.
So
to Garrus.
you're fighting for old boy in Andromeda because you want to do that furniture moving with that couch.
You know that. Remember, we went through that list where someone ranked all of them, including Andromeda, and like all of Andromeda people are like at the bottom. Like all of them, all of the squad mates are like near the bottom. And I don't.
I mean, it's fair because it's not. There are some good characters in Andromeda, but you're ranking it up against the fucking all-time greats. Like, you know what
exactly.
I mean?
Like you can't put them up against people that you played with 3 games.
Right.
Most of the people that you've known for 3 games. Like when you get to 3, the one that you didn't know very well is usually at the bottom of all of this. Liam is possibly the worst character in the series. I'm taking Conrad Werner over him. That is false, sir. The worst squad mate in the series is James, by far. No question. It's James. He is the worst character. He is the worst squad mate in the series. Period. I said what I said. James is horrible. It's like, and like James is only slightly worse than Caden. Like the moment I pick up any other squad mate, Caden is the fuck out of there. And like if I'm playing a dude, Caden is always the guy who's gonna die. He only survived the dude playthrough with me 1 fucking time. And the moment he came on to me, that shit was done. I
Come
would
on.
never do that again.
Come on,
He
you know
wanted
about
to
these
be in a
eggs?
relationship.
Hey, Scott, you want some eggs? Scar, eggs. Hey, Blue, eggs.
Yeah, I fuck that dude. Blue said Liam is the worst character. He said Vega is quite bad. Yeah, he's just kind of useless.
But I mean, Liam, like if Andromeda didn't get completely shit on and they were actually able to make a trilogy out of it, like in pretty quick succession or quicker than what they did, maybe they could have gave Liam this like crazy arc. I mean, hell, look at Stranger Things. How like in the first season, most people didn't really like Steve Harrington. Now he's one of the best characters in the series. You know what I mean?
True. True. I mean, he's not better than Eddie, but like we're talking about that. You know.
Well, yeah.
Steve is Rex. Eddie is Garrus. Like, let's do this. Like, I really wish they were able to continue on with Andromeda. I think they could have made that into something, but Blue says he agrees with you. I don't rate all of them very low.
No,
there's a
PB is over Caden and Vega, right? I mean,
PB is mid tier. I would say she's in the middle somewhere. And I will say this, and I know that it may not be a popular thing to say. Vetra is up there for me, dog.
Oh yeah, Vetra. I do too. Sometimes I forget she was in Andromeda, not in the rest of the game. She's a really good character.
And you know, the elusive woman is up there. You know, because they think that secretly that's the elusive man's daughter, Cora. Cora is up there. She's
if you read the books, she has the same last name as in the elusive man.
Their both last name is Harper. The elusive man's was Harper before he became the elusive man. His name was Jack Harper or something like that, right?
Right, yeah, something like that.
Yeah. All right, I think y'all got anything else? Because I think I'm good here.
I ain't got nothing.
You have to hit me up on Steam, Scott.
All right. I was looking through that right now.
Look, it's getting all of those sales and shit. You're so are you starting from scratch with Steam?
I have a few games. Let me go.
Well, that's exciting because you get the good sales. Because a lot of the games that are like really, really good on sales, most of us already have them. Like, I mean, if you ain't got like Left 4 Dead or something, like come a sale come around, you can get that shit for 99 cents. You know what I mean?
And make sure your Epic is straight too, because you get a lot of shit to just put in your library just with the just through
and that gets posted in Discord.
The free games through Discord. Is for Epic Store mostly. It's mostly for Epic Store, so you can just get some stuff to just put in your library. I got all kinds of shit. Actually, I think when I bought the Division, I bought it on Epic, if I'm not mistaken.
I got Arma 2 and all the different stuff to play DayZ. I got DayZ Standalone, Doom 3 BFG Edition, which has all the Doom 3 and all the like Doom 1 and Doom 2. I got Left 4 Dead 2, Saints Row the Third, and Telltale's Walking Dead.
You know, luckily for everyone, Saints Row 4 and Saints Row Get Out of Hell exist to make sure that 3 is not the worst game in the series.
Let's see what I got on Epic. I have all BioShock, Blair Witch, Ghostbusters Remastered, and Layers of Fear 2.
I got so much stuff, and I don't even play. I don't play a whole bunch of games, but I used to do humble bundles all the time. I got like 400 and something Steam games, and I don't play most of this shit. Like, I don't even know why I have it. It's really not necessary.
How does humble bundles work?
I did a lot more when they were before. I did a lot more before it was the way that it is now with the humble monthly stuff.
So yeah, they still do game bundles, but like you say you buy a bundle for like $12. All those keys are Steam keys, and you just redeem them.
So. Like I'm looking at it now, it's got like Walking Dead. It's got all the seasons of the Walking Dead.
Once they started doing monthly, the bundles are just kind of like, I guess this is all right.
So you basically just pay what you want with it, or
it'll say what the tiers are. So like if you there's a max.
You can pay what you want, but if it's above like a certain amount, you can only get these. You know what I mean? Like,
so you just gotta look at what the minimum is. but and just
Okay, yeah, like I'm looking at this Walking Dead 10th anniversary for $8.04. I basically get all the Telltale Walking games.
Yeah.
But if you get the ones above it, you get like that Saints and Sinners VR one or whatever.
Well, you
which
don't
I
need
wouldn't
that.
play.
Yeah, it's it.
I heard that's very good, but you don't need
to
it.
get the entire. You got to pay at least 11. So yeah, it's shit like that. But then you can also tell it where you want the money to go. I don't know if they still do that. They used to. Like you can say how much it goes, how much goes to the charity, how much goes to the publishers of the game, how much goes to Humble, like that type of shit.
Okay. Like I said, as I'm looking at it now, just let's see all these games. Like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I sent you a that little code in Discord is my Steam code, so just put that in
All
there.
right.
But anyway, we should probably wrap this up instead of just hanging out talking about Steam games.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you all for checking us out. This has been week 2 of August. Thank you, Scott, for joining us.
No problem.
I think we'll be back next week with more August. Is it me, or was August harder to do this year?
It was that for what's funny? The last Monday, I was like asking everybody, and everybody couldn't do it. Everybody couldn't do it. They were like, "It would be cool," and the one person that never got back to me today. He was like, "Damn it, I was free that day," and which was Cam. It's like, I just got this message.
Shit.
So
okay.
So he's gonna get back to me on what day he wants, but yeah.
Okay, word up. All right, thank you all for checking us out. We'll be back next week for more August. Go to the Geeks Gone Raw Universe YouTube channel so you can see this, the actual video version of this. There's the audio only version of this, and plus the game nights and the reactions. We really need y'all on these reactions because I'm really sick of responding to people talking about Nightwish. So I really wish someone would talk about anything else. Like there's been other stuff, but like still those people still keep coming back. So do that, and then of course do the things like share, subscribe, tell your mom and them, tell your cousin them, and we'll be back next week with more August. So to the Warrior Show.
Peace.
Later.
I like that shit, yeah, boy. Look, I'm telling you, Whoa. All right, I ain't gonna talk.